Hey YouTube, long time seller here, and I want to cover what's sold this weekend. And if this is my sales for Friday, then a big drop off on Saturday, and then Sunday it picked back up towards normal. And I want to explain this anomaly here on Saturday, as it was not a holiday, and it was a holiday and it's not a holiday, and I'll explain that in a minute. I'm going to go and pull orders, and I'll show you what sold, and I'll explain this anomaly here. And something unexpected happened this weekend, that not necessarily unexpected, but something I didn't think about, and we probably forget as sellers possibly. So anyway, let me get out there and pull some orders, show you what sold, and I'll cover this anomaly. Hey YouTube, I'm over here. I've pulled some orders, and I'll go over with what sold, and I want to also explain that anomaly that I showed you at the beginning of the video about Saturday's drop in sales and what that was. And I didn't think about it, and I should have thought about it because I was involved in this kind of holiday, not a national recognized holiday, but a holiday in a way nevertheless. And what it was is this weekend was, especially here in the state of Texas, and I'm sure many places across the nation, graduation weekend. There were many colleges that were graduating, many high schools, and I myself did a 5-hour drive up to near Amarillo for my grandson, my oldest grandchild's high school graduation. And also I grabbed my parents, which are his great grandparents, and took them up there to go see the attend the graduation. And I didn't think about it at the time because I was on the road. I drove 5 hours up there. We grabbed a hotel. We went to graduation, stayed the night, and came back the next morning. But anyway, when I came back and I looked at my sales, I saw this big dip on Saturday, and I'm wondering, like, when I see an anomaly on my sales, I wonder what caused it. And then it hit me. It's like so many people were out for graduations of high school excuse me, high schools, possibly junior highs, colleges. I know there were a lot of colleges. I believe Texas Tech up in the Panhandle, not far from where we're going, was greater. Anyway, so that explained the anomaly. Is there were a lot of people that were out on the road, so and traveling. So it was a holiday in a way. The day was like a holiday, but it wasn't like a national recognized holiday. And so that explained that anomaly, and that just reminds you of things to take into consideration when you're selling, such as if I had sold say gifts that were graduation related. Well, this would have been a great week for me this past week, but I would have expected sales to drop off also. But me being a used clothing salesman, though, my sales did drop off because a lot of people are on the road, such as myself. So and Sunday sales picked back up to about where they should be. Right. So anyway, that's just something to keep in mind. Sometimes there's these unexplained holidays and these surprise events that come up and affect your sales, and you'll get a little blip, and that's why. So you got to take things into account, and it's something for me to remember next year. And I don't know why I hadn't noticed in the past. Maybe I get busy sometimes. But okay. Anyway, hey, I want to cover with what sold this weekend. I had decent sales. It wasn't a great weekend, but it wasn't a bad weekend. My sales are trending up, and so, other than the anomaly, Saturday, Friday, and Sunday were fairly strong. Fridays have already been shipped off, so all I have is the few little items. I think I sold like 5 items Saturday, but then Sunday I had 20 items. So I'll just cover some of the items that I sold. All right, first of all, vintage Nautica, Indian Southwestern style shirt. This one sold pretty well. I believe it was over 20 plus shipping. All right, this is a Vancouver hockey jersey. That sold as well this weekend. Banana Republic. This is a pair of brand new active pants. These are like golf pants, so I got a good price for those as well. I got another polo here. Oh, this is a Quick Trip, the gas station, one of their uniform polos. This is a vintage Screen Stars single stitch t-shirt with chili peppers on it. And these are, that's a raised graphics on here. It's the printing is raised, so it's pretty nice. It's a vintage single stitch. Just Pair of women's shorty short jean shorts. Oh, like a tie-dye type Dallas Stars hockey. Dallas Stars are in the playoffs. Go Stars. All right, here's another little pair of real shorty short shorts. These are Space Girls. These sold. A Real Tree logo t-shirt. A pair of men's Daniel Cremu shorts. A ladies Gloria Vanderbilt. This is an older model, pink striped shirt. This is a newer tags polo, and this has a Mercedes-Benz logo on the corner on the shirt that I embroidered in. Pretty nice. Picked that up real cheap. This is a brand new Polo Golf U.S. Open shirt. Torrey Pines. This sold for a good price. I believe it was. I sold for $25 plus shipping. This is an Anchor Boys, but this has the South Carolina Palmetto embroidered logo on it, and I got I believe $20 or no, $17.50 for that one plus shipping. I picked up these at a thrift store, a bunch of these, and what they are is they have these logos on here, and this is like the International Machinist Union logo polos here, and I had a customer. I think I picked up 6 of these at a thrift store I found them at, and the gentleman bought 2 of these. Alrighty, now American Vintage. This is a lightweight long sleeve girl shirt. New tags. FootJoy logo. This has a golf logo polo. This is a golf logo polo. FootJoy golf polo. Let me split all that out. So. And then the last thing I sold, and it was these sales come in spurts. I've been selling the same item for, gosh, almost 3 years now. And let me show you what they are. Oh, hey, I'm sorry. One final one. Vineyard Vines Performance polo. Vineyard Vine polos don't sell that well, but your performance polos of just about any brand, even George. Even some of your Crofton Borrow, if it's got that performance logo, that means a lot of times it's that microfiber and the lightweight. People like these things. Anyway, this was Vineyard Vines performance polos, $17.50 plus shipping. Now these shirts right here, these are all brand new, and I bought almost 3 years ago. There was a private seller selling a bunch of product out of he was clearing out a storage locker, and I bought 850 of these Roundtree in York gold label shirts. There was personally, I think these are about the ugliest shirt you could buy, but people like them. I mean, I've been selling them. I picked up over 800 of these brand new shirts, and they were all the large, tall XLT, 2XLT, and 3XLT, and they were in this blue plaid and a purple plaid, and you really can't, the colors are pretty similar, but there's a little bit of variations. Anyway, it's a nice brand new button-down shirt, and I picked those up from this private seller, and he had them all in a locker, and I went over there, and it took me I think 2 trips. I took 1 pickup load and had to go back and have a partial pickup load. But anyway, it was over 800 shirts, may have been close to 900 shirts. My initial cost on those shirts were 85 cents a piece, and these are, as you can see, brand new with tags, and these came from Dillard's, and I guess somebody had bought a truckload closeout, and the bundle I bought, I paid a little over $700 for the almost 850 shirts, and anyway, it came out to 85 cents a shirt, and I've been selling these. I'll put them on sale, and they sell between $15 and $20 a piece plus shipping, and that's not a bad return on investment. And I bought those close to I'll say 2.5 years ago, and I'm down to maybe 100 shirts left. So it's just been one of them bread and butter items, and it turned out where that $700 I spent turned into about 3 or 4 grand over a couple of years. And then I do that quite often, is I'll buy something in bulk like that, and that's my bread and butter items, and I can buy that item and do one listing and set it up there. And now when I do something like that, I won't put, if I have 100 shirts, I won't put quantity of 100. and I'll explain the reason why. I'll usually put a quantity of 10, maybe sometimes 12. Because on your eBay listing, when you have, say you have 10 items for sale, and you sell one and now you have 9 remaining, eBay on your listing puts a red bar up there and said only 9 left. And it's kind of like a little boost up there, a little bit of free advertising. And so what I will do is I'll just put 10 or 12 in a listing, and when it sells down, you get that banner, and it's an enticement for some people, and generates a few extra sales. Because I notice once my stock starts dropping down and that banner pops up, I'll get a little influx of sales. And then all I do is I go in when it runs low, I go in there and I just change the quantity back up to 10 or 12. And then when it drops down to 1 or 2 items, I do the same thing. And I've had multiple purchases. I had a gentleman from Florida that bought 12 of these things, all the same color, different sizes. And then my girlfriend, she has a bunch of these too in her store. And I had run out of that size that he was looking at. I believe it was the 2XLs. And anyway, my girlfriend had some left, and he went and bought like 8 from her. So apparently, I'm thinking maybe a choir or something like that. Could be a church choir, or a group where they wanted everybody, all the men, in the same style shirts and the colors. And it could have been for a school, and maybe he's putting logos on them. Who knows? But anyway, that's nice when I get those bulk sales like that. I really appreciate that. So, hey, anyway, just wanted to go over what sold this weekend. Sales were down a little bit, as I explained why. But I was part of the problem too, because I was out of town. But anyway, back at it. Here we go Monday morning. Pulling orders, fix to pack and ship. I've already packed the hard goods. I had a few hard goods to sell. I don't sell a lot of hard goods. I have a few things because I pick up items in bulk, and sometimes I pick up new items in bulk, and not afraid to list them. I'm primarily a clothing salesman, but I'll sell a bargain. All righty, anything to make a buck. So, hey, everybody, have a great weekend. 2025, that's our year. Have a good day.